Hey everybody, welcome back to, you guessed it, Ability Warriors podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about a subject that I am nowhere near an expert on, but I am trying to work on it, so I figured that we can all work on it together, and me putting it on out there will help me be accountable, and me telling you my story might help you guys with the same things that I'm going through. So yeah, so on that note, I'm going to pull up my notes and we will get started. So this week, I'm going to talk about setting intentions and setting yourself up for success, and about 3 to 4 tips to help you stay on track. So, here we go. So the 3 nuggets of wisdom that I have for you guys that I learned in today's conflict slash problem that I had was that I forgot to breathe. So that's a big tip. Just breathe. And the second one that I'm going to go into is communicate. And then the last one is reset and come up with a solution and a game plan so that it doesn't happen again. So I guess this is more intentions for conflicts and resolving that conflict. But this can apply to many other things. It can apply to conflicts, or it can apply to intentions for everything. So so when you feel yourself getting to that point of no return, you just have to take a minute and just breathe. And what I like to do to distract myself, since I can't tell them to leave, since I can't be like, okay, can you step out for a minute? I like to turn on music so that way my brain has a different thing to focus on. As a diversion method, And then after all that is said and done and they've left, then you can kind of start to process your emotions and you can work through them at your own pace. Sorry, just reading my notes, guys. So I'm just gonna encourage you guys to get through it in whatever way works for you. And then once you calm down, after like a moment or two, you can reestablish a game plan to kind of help you get back on your wheels or get back on your feet. And then that's where number 2 comes in. Communication. Yes, you may not be able to have a face-to-face conflict resolution with this person, but you can always write them a letter or give them a FaceTime call or say, hey, can you come stand outside my door and we can chat about this, all because of social distancing. And then that way it gives both parties a way to express their feelings in a way that's constructive and also come up with solutions so that the situation can be de-escalated a lot faster if it's a recurring situation like mine will be, because mine will never go away. As you guys know, my mental health journey, it's just a thing that I gotta work through. So, that will never go away, but the only way to let people know is to communicate that you are having issues and that you do apologize and you show it in your actions and not just in your words. But for me, yes, it's mostly in my words, but I try to, like, play a song that they like, or, like, do a small gesture that only matters to them. I haven't quite figured that out with this person, but time will tell as to what that is. I think just getting to know that person will be the ultimate goal. And yeah, so that is your ultimate goal when you are trying to deal with conflicts in a positive manner. You want to keep an open mind and on both sides, and you want to stay positive and not be pessimistic about it all. And yeah, and just reiterate that it's not anyone's fault. We all make mistakes, we all have misunderstandings, and just to take time to apologize and work together to come to a conclusion, and hopefully reach it in a harmonious manner. And also know your place in the relationship, especially if it's a work relationship like mine is. You have to be cordial and still kind of be social, but realize that you gotta draw the line and you have to set boundaries. And this is really hard for me, not to surpass them and not to open up about absolutely everything. So that is a big goal of mine, to not overshare. I am a big oversharer. So, in this instance, you just need to do what you need to do and have a little bit of fun doing it. And obviously, the conflict part isn't going to be fun. But once you resolve the problem, you should be able to skate by it pretty easily if you do it in a way that's not hurtful to anyone. So yeah. And you just gotta realize that a work relationship is a lot different than a personal one. These people are here to support me, and I have to treat it as that. I can't think of them as my friends. I have friends, so I have to delineate what is fact and what is fiction, basically. So what I mean by that is just stick with the friends that I have. I don't need them to be my friends. And I've been told that a lot. And I'm just a social person. It comes out. And yeah, I just it's what I'm trying to work on, and you will hear it along with my journey. And just remember to hear both sides. And respect the other person's beliefs. And like I said, it'll have on a harmonious effect, hopefully. And you guys will be able to work together and enjoy the work relationship that you've built and the trust that you've earned back. At the same time, this will help you overall have some authority on life while still being cordial, like I said, and friendly. If you're willing to accept their viewpoints beyond the narrow scope that you're living in, you will gain much more respect for the person, and it'll just make you guys grow stronger. And finally, my last and final tip for you guys, this whole, like, if you step back and look at this whole picture, you know that no people were in the wrong. And if you were in the wrong, you have the ability to change it. And you have the ability to improve and get better over time. And if this person is not receptive to that, then you can't change their mind. You can only change the way you react. And I think I've said that in a previous podcast. So I know I'm being a little redundant, but it's true. You can either be in your own head and sulk, or you can be empathetic and figure out a way to navigate the waters. I don't know if that made sense, but it did in my head. So we're gonna go with it. And and just remember when you're resetting to, and by resetting I mean after the whole conflict and everything is resolved, you need to take time to decompress and realize that you did all that you could do and you tried to fix the problem, whether it was a resolvable problem or not. That is up to you and them. But you just have to be gentle with yourself and be kind and realize that it's a process and it will take time for you to gain that more adult perspective, because sometimes I see stuff through kid lenses, like a kid with a temper tantrum. So I need to take a step back and kind of reevaluate how I am and how I'm coming off to other people. So it's always good to reflect. And if it helps you gain more perspective, you can journal it out. And this will be ideal for reflective purposes. And it will be healthy to look back on in the future and see how far you've come. And when you have stuff under control, you can be like, I did that, I accomplished that. Now on to the next life lesson, because you're never done learning. So but yeah, so I think I'm done preaching to the choir. I've probably talked your guys' ear off enough. So just remember the usual things: comment, subscribe, share all these videos, watch all of them if you want to. Hello, just kidding. But it would be awesome. And also give it a thumbs up. And as per usual, I'm going to shout out my YouTube friend, Minnie Mancino, just because I think she deserves all the love in the world and all the support for her channel. She's worked her butt off to get to where she is, and she deserves it all. So go over there. Her name's Minnie Mancino, and she does stuff on Discord with Unknown Empire and all these other gaming things that I don't know. So go and join the Mancino clan over there. And yeah, that's about it for me, folks. Hopefully you gained some perspective on this episode, and please leave comments that are nice and no hate comments, please. Your fearless leader is about to sign off. Bye.